What is going on, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. Today we have a track prep video. I've never done a track day with this car, so this would be fun. But I mean, I've done that autocross thing, so we're basically gonna do the same thing as that autocross checklist. I got a checklist inside I gotta go grab, but so we'll be tracking the 350. Got a couple things that we got to do before track day's tomorrow, so we need to do all these things before tomorrow. And yes, I know the car is dirty. It's one of the things we're doing, but we're going to do that tomorrow morning before we leave for the track. So to start with, we've got brake fluid. We need to do a brake fluid flush because that brake fluid is nasty. I'll show you guys in a minute. So we're going with the Motul 660. We've got a clutch spring, Steeda clutch spring to install, and we've got 4 performance hood shocks that we're going to install as well. So I just recently, about a month ago, installed a new clutch in the 350. I was having issues with it slipping and bite points acting up, and I thought it was a clutch. But when I put it apart, that happened. So I'm pretty sure all my issues were from that. However, these discs aren't terrible. There's a couple of hot spots on them, and they've got some material left in them, but not too much. But we went with a Mantic twin disc. So it's got a Mantic twin disc clutch in it. I think it's rated for like 900 horsepower. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. That was about a month ago, so it's broken in. We broke it in right before Ponies and the Smokies. I was going to make a video on that, but never really got around to it. So I've been slacking a lot on the YouTube content and Instagram content, so sorry for that. But without further ado, we're going to get this thing up in the air, the wheels off. I got my helper hiding right there. Yep, right there. She's going to help me with the brake bleeding and brake flush. I know I can do it with one person, but I just like doing it with 2 because it's easier. So we're going to get started with that, and then we'll go from there. All right. Car is on all 4 jack stands off the ground. So this fluid is what I was talking about. If I can get it open. Jeez. Yeah, nice and black. So we'll have to dump that Motul in and get it going. So hopefully we can have some new brake fluid. So I'm gonna take all these wheels off. My helper, who's hiding, is gonna clean these wheels as I take them off. And then once they're cleaned, we'll do the brake flush and then get the rolling. All 4 wheels are off. I got my little helper over here cleaning these things. Things are all nice and crusty, so she's doing a really good job of cleaning these things up. So it'll go from that to looking like that. Be good. We do have 1 casualty at the minimum. If you know Ford, you know that they like to use these chrome caps over their lug nuts, and they like to swell. So I used my socket, and it wouldn't go, so I had to hammer this thing on and pound it out with a punch. So we do have 1 casualty. I will probably run to the store in the morning because obviously I can't throw the car down. I mean, I could, but probably run to the store in the morning and grab a handful of lug nuts. At some point, I will switch to, what do they call it, the bullet studs, where they're round on the tip, so make it easier to get the lug nuts on. And I'll go to open lug nuts instead of the closed. So we'll do that at some point. I will also be cleaning these brakes after we do this flush. Pad life, got about half pad left. Rotors, no grooves. I mean, you can see a groove, but it's not bad. No lips. Those are the front. Rears, good life left in the rear. Same thing, pretty decent wear on the rotors. I don't see any suspension bushings or anything like that going out. So I'm gonna double check it off camera because I can't lay down. So we'll do that, and then we'll move on to the next project for the day until she's done cleaning these wheels. So I just went over all my pads, my rotors, all my suspension joints and bushings and whatnot. They all look good. So this is what we're going by, our little tech sheet. So this is all the things that we have to do. So we can go ahead and start checking stuff off. The only thing I've got, I don't have any severely cracked windshield. I've got a little chip somewhere. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in this vicinity. Oh, it's right there. It's right here. Yeah, so we got that. But other than that, I think we'll be good on tech. So I went through, checked off what I could. Wheel bearing, no play. Ball joints in good condition. No excessive steering play, shocks. I'll check that in a minute. No fluid leaks, battery secured, battery terminals covered, overflow, Have to do that. Check this, no hubcaps. I'll do that in a minute. No, do that. We'll check in that. That's why we're doing this brake fluid flush, because it's definitely not clear. Have to do that, and have to do these two. So other than that, we're good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on these hood struts while she's cleaning those wheels. That way we get nothing knocked out. And then I will switch to the clutch pedal. And then probably last thing we'll do is bleed these brakes, and then we should be good. So it's the next morning, as you guys can tell. Last night we had to run some errands before we could start, so we kind of pushed our start time back. So it's got too late on us. So we got the wheels clean. All 4 wheels are good and clean. I've looked over the whole car. I gotta check fluids. I know the belt's good. I just put that belt on. So we'll check fluids. I'm gonna install the clutch spring. I did actually get the hood shocks installed last night, so I'll show you guys that. But those are in. So all we have to do is put that clutch spring in, flush the brake fluid, wash the car, go get a lug nut or 2. And then the car is ready for track. We have to leave it like 12-ish, 12:15, something around there. So it's currently like 7:30 in the morning. So we've got a couple hours. We should be able to knock it out. So let's get to work. So these are my new to me 4Performance hood struts. I got them from my buddy Finn. He's got a blue 350. So got these installed last night. I got to figure something out with the battery tray, because when I close it without the tray, the hood gap and everything's fine. But when I close it with the tray is cut to fit this. But when I cut it, or when I close it with the tray, it like protrudes, like bulges this out. Like I can fit a finger in between the hood and the fender. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. So we're going to start with the more important of the 2 things, is I can run without a battery tray. I'm going to start with this clutch spring. It's all the way in there. We're going to start with that, and then we'll see where we get next. So that spring up there, that big one up there, that's what we're replacing. We're replacing that with this. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it if I'm trying to work on it, so I'll just set the camera down and try and get it figured out. So I got this out in literally like 2 seconds. All I had to do was push the pedal back, and I just slid it off the pedal, because it just slides on this rod right here. Just slides on. So I just pushed it off and let the pedal out, and it just kind of fell apart. So the Ford does this like 2-piece design, supposedly to help like limit feedback, or not limit feedback, but make it clutch feel smoother, or something along those lines. And it's a very common mod in these cars, so all my buddies run it, and I'm surprised I haven't done it yet. Looks like all I have to do is put this piece here, take this thingy, put that there, and then slide it back in. So we'll see what happens. And just like that, the new spring is in. I don't know what, yeah, there you go. Bottom piece is in, top piece is in. Oh, hello. So, yeah, that's done. One mod for the day done. 2 mods done. So all we have left is the brake fluid flush, wash the car, and then we pack the car. Tools, snacks, chairs, because they're not going to provide any snacks or fuel at the track, so we have to be prepared for that. But get those things done, go to the store, buy a lug nut, send it onto the track. So we're going to go get my helper and then start the bleeding process or the flushing process, and then we'll update you guys as we go along. So I've got my water bottle with the tube in it. We're going to turkey base some of this old fluid out, put it in here, and then we'll fill it up with new fluid. So yeah, I think it was time for a change. That is not the right color it should be. Yeah. Okay, so we have our nice black and dirty brake fluid here. So we're gonna pour some more, some new Motul 660 in there, and then we'll jump to the back of the car and start the flushing process. So I'm gonna overfill it because I'm gonna flush the fluid out and I'm gonna bleed it basically. So it's gonna drain out whatever I suck out of it while I'm flushing it. So that's already looking better. That versus this, that's a crazy difference and definitely needed for this track day. So I've got both the bleeder screws, one on this side, one on this side open. We're about to crack them open, put this hose on there, and start pumping the brakes. So with that first push of the brake pedal, we already got some nice clean fluid going. So maybe this won't take too long. I guess we'll find out though. Okay, so both sides, clear fluid the moment we press the brake pedal. So I'm really hoping that this doesn't take 3 hours to do. So I'm gonna check the fluid in the reservoir real quick, and then we will continue going. I bought 3 bottles of this just in case. I didn't know how many I was gonna need. So we still got some nasty fluid in there, so we're gonna keep going. All right, so we've got everything checked underneath the car, suspension wise, brake wise. Fluid flush is done. We can open this. Still a little dark, but it's just the color of the container. You can see it's like clear over here. So the container itself is just nasty. I guess I'd have to get a new master cylinder reservoir or something like that. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and quickly wash the car. The lug nuts are on, they're tight, but they're not torqued. This one's still missing a lug, so I gotta get a lug for that. So we're gonna go ahead and soap down the car, let it do its thing. Then we will hand wash it. Then it's ready to go. I gotta run to the parts store, grab a lug nut, check fluids, and then we're good. Coolant, it looks like I'm a little bit low on coolant, so I'll top that off. I'll check oil in a second here. Fill those up if necessary, and then we can take the car to the track. All right, we are back from the parts store. Got the new lug nuts torqued. All the wheels are torqued. Just take oil. Oil is good. Brake fluid's good. Coolant's good. Belts are good. Car's ready. I gotta pack it up now. And in North Carolina fashion, it's raining. Just washed the car, and now it's raining. So that'd be nice. It's not raining up there at the track, so hoping it stays like that. But I'm gonna get this thing loaded up, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, the Shelby is loaded and ready to go. Got our jack, ramps, torque wrench, fluids, tools. So we are set. for today. This is going to be a separate video than the actual track day. So I know it took too long, 2 days long, but it's going to be a separate video. So car's good, car's ready. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys stick around for the actual track day, which will be today, but you'll see it another day. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what I can do better. And then I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.